Now, as we get started, I want to kind of just talk briefly about where we're headed here in this course and kind of give you an idea of a roadmap on what you're going to see. First of all, we're going to start off and spend just a few videos talking about Visual Studio 2008, since that's where you're going to be working. I'll talk about some of the different versions of Visual Studio that you can get out there. Then we're going to talk about some things about Virtual PC, how to actually get Visual Studio. We'll go through a quick installation of it, do a quick tour, build a first C# program, all that kind of stuff. Gets you up to speed on your programming environment. Then we'll just start in on some C# essentials. And in that world, we're going to talk about some things like the data types, how to deal with variables in C#, casting, which becomes important, strings, formatting strings, understanding scope of variables, and that sort of thing. And then from there, we will jump into controlling program flow. And of course, we're talking about things like if statements, which statements, do whiles, for loops, and then we'll see actually some for each statements and some examples as we go through the course a little bit later on. And then we'll jump from there. We'll take a look at methods and events, and we'll talk about how we can choose different events and program for them in the C# environment. Jump from there into exceptions. How do we handle exceptions, errors that pop up, how to throw our own errors when we want to, and how to catch them. And then we'll spend some time on arrays and collections. Now, these are really cool, and I'll kind of focus on these a little bit. We'll talk about using lists, queues, stacks, sorted lists, and just arrays in general. Now, a lot of programmers either love these things or hate them, but they're extremely powerful in C#, and you need to see those things. So I'm going to show them to you here. Dates and times, dealing with dates and times, it's always an irritation for a lot of people. We'll talk about some of those things. And then we'll go from there and we'll deal with debugging. Once I've written my code, how do I find out why it's not doing what I want it to, or how to make it run all the way through without breaking. We'll jump from there into classes, and we'll take a look at object-oriented programming basics for those of you guys who are totally new to the concept. Then we'll jump on classes, creating classes, instantiating an object from classes. We'll look at constructors, and we'll take a look at some of the class tools, the diagram tool, which is incredible inside Visual Studio. We'll take a look at even class indexers, kind of one of the new things in C#. And then we'll close out the course. I just want to give you a real quick, simple run through on delegates. Delegates are a tool you need to learn. There's a ton of power. These are fundamental to how even events work in the Windows operating system. You can do so much with delegates. It can really blow your code wide open as to what you can actually accomplish. And I want to give you just kind of the first step, basic foundation on delegates, what they are, how to code one, how to see it work. And if you can get your head around that, you can kind of then go to the next level with delegates. And so that's where we're headed. The way I've got it mapped out, we're going to be over 7 hours here. So you're going to get a lot of information. So just kind of get comfortable, take this a little bit at a time, and I hope you enjoy it.